It's been over 15 years, and I am so happy to say that finally, in the year 2020, we get a new episode of Noah's Ark.
There's something you guys don't know. Ricky, what the fuck? Can't you put that thing on silent?
What you doing on Jack for anyway? You know good and well you don't like no black boys. Shouldn't you be on Grindr or something?
For your information, Alex, I'm equal opportunity. I'm on Jacked and Grindr.
The pertinent question here is, why are you on a hookup app in the middle of a pandemic?
Wait, Ricky, you are not still hooking up.
I get blowjobs mainly.
Ew!
And I hit it from the back. Social distancing tees.
Social distancing? Your dick is not 6 feet long.
And I wear a mask the whole time.
Girl.
COVID-19, COVID-19.
I remember being a young gay baby at 18 years old in my rainbow pamper with glitter falling out of it. I'm just playing. But I remember being 18, 19 years old, and I grew up in D.C., and the group of friends that I had at the time, we were dating another group of friends. Yes, us three were dating those three, and we would all get together on Wednesday night, and all six of us would cuddle naked together. I'm just playing. But all of us would get together. We would cuddle with our little boyfriends on the couch, on the floor, whatever. And we would look at Noah's Ark on logo. It was just mind-blowing to see black gay men on the television back then, especially during the time where there was a war on the idea of marriage equality. Still a lot of really hostile conversations about black men who were gay, especially in the black church. And, you know, politically, we had a target on our head. And it was a lot different. And it really wasn't safe to be gay. So to see that every Wednesday on the television, to see these black gay men in these relationships and friendships and all sorts of different situations that they would have to navigate their way through, that affirmed us and let us know that we were perfectly okay. I was enamored with the show. I went down to DuPont Circle, which is in DC. If you've never been to DC, DuPont Circle was like the gay part of town before it got gentrified. And there was a gay bookstore called Lambda Rising. I used to sneak there anyway to get, there was this magazine. Y'all remember the magazine called Black Inches? Y'all remember Black Inches? I used to stay in Black Inches because for some reason I thought you could order one of those men and they would deliver them to your house or something. I was crazy. Anyway, I remember getting ready to leave out, and I looked up above the cash register, and there was the Noah's Ark Season 1 DVD box set. I bought it on the spot for $21, and I watched it religiously. I enjoyed the show because it was affirming. You know, like I said, it showed all sorts of situations that we have to navigate through that we didn't learn about, that we didn't get to talk about, because many of us come up without elders or mentors or people who can, explain to us the types of things that we have to go through, or what sex is like, or any of those things. And the show touched on all that and allowed us to have conversations about it and simply know that we were okay. Sometimes you just have to know that you're okay. And some people have said, oh, well, I thought Noah was too feminine, or I thought that Ricky was too much of a slut, or Alex was too loud, or Chance was too anal. And it doesn't matter whether or not any of those characters directly related to you on a whole. It was just the idea that you could look at that show and see someone that represented the idea of you as a black gay person. Something that you could see anywhere else on television, and at least relate to some of the scenarios that they were in. And even if you couldn't relate to it, bitch, the fact that they licked and sucked and kissed on another man, don't you do that, then you should be happy to see something like that on television. And I was always happy to see it. Of course, it was really sad when it went off after 2 seasons. I thought that was one of the dumbest decisions that Logo made, was to take that show off, because it was the highest rated show on Logo. And just like a lot of things that we see in media, when you give minorities like black gay men or trans women or lesbians or, anybody who isn't straight and white an opportunity to create something that tells their narrative, they usually do very well. But for some reason, some of the stuff does just not get the it doesn't get the due respect that it deserves. And so Noah's Ark was another one of those things. This is a show that we've continued to hold in our hearts and in our memories, and we still watch it religiously even after 15 years, like it still comes on television. My hope is that it does come back completely and that we do show up and support it, because this show created the blueprint. It let us know that it was perfectly okay to see ourselves as black gay people in media in a time where the L Word was on, Queer as Folk was on, shows like that. There was nothing for us, and Noah's Ark was the first of what has become quite a few. Noah's Ark was the first, and then came the Poses and the Moonlights and the 20s and some of the other shows that I'm definitely skipping right now. Mine is drawing a blank around them, but the fact that we are represented is what's important. It's great to see these men after all these years still look amazing. It was great to see how they've evolved, how their relationships have changed and grown, the fact that they're having children, the fact that they're still working out financial issues and other issues that affect us in reality, not just as black gay men, but as black men, black people. And as we try to navigate our community, the world, and our love lives. And the show affirms that it's perfectly okay to do that, and I enjoyed that they did it without being messy, and because they too old to be up there trying to fight and carry on this. I mean, no shade, but you know what I'm saying. It's like you get to a point where you grown, you don't got time for that. And the show was very grown. It was political. It was very timely, and we got some appearances from Wanda Sykes, Titus Burgess. Just everybody was all up in it. It's still relevant and timely, and it's like it never left. So share your thoughts about it. Did you watch it? If you haven't watched it, go look at it. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Just have a good time and support this. I'm so happy Noah's Ark is back in 2020. Let's keep telling our stories. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and take care of yourselves.
First,
Your first what?
my first example of what it means to be a gay black man and how fabulous it could be. You being you all those years gave me permission to be me. And I don't know if I ever thanked you. So, thank you.
Bitch, you making me cry. You know I'm sentimental.